let us go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the red Zerg player from Atlanta, Belarus. The lone Zerg in the entirety of the group stage. It is Nikich. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player at the top of the standings, at the top of the group, I believe. I believe he is placed at number 1, and I believe he should be able to maintain that. We'll see. It is Strange. Well, I say he's at number 1. Fun fact, okay, Strange and Shameless are tied. Strange and Shameless, they are tied 6-2 apiece. So they are tied up. And that means that could go either way. If Strange take this, if Shameless takes his series, I mean, right now they're fighting for first and second place, Strange and Shameless. When it comes to third place, currently Nikich and Power are tied 4-4. So likewise, this is actually going to be important for Strange when it comes to placement. Strange is confirmed to make it through the group stage, but first or second, yet to be determined. Nikich, he's not confirmed yet, but he could. If he outperforms Power in this final round, then Nikich can make it into the playoffs. So very important here for Nikich to take a map and hopefully get the 2-0 as well. For now, Hatch Gas Pool. Standard opener here out of Nikich, Strange, Gate Expand. And if you're in the chat, Gamba. I mean, I believe Gamba time has ended, but Gamba time, it's all about the predictions. Best of luck in the chats. Best of luck. As predictions are soon to close, so place your bets while you can. Place your bets while you can. As for now, we're going to be settling into our openers. Again, Hatch Gas Pool all around. Likewise, Strange settling in as well. Pylon gets placed, and this pylon looks like a Stargate. Looks like a Stargate opener here from Strange. Otherwise, the pylon will be placed further back. Oh, but we'll see. Show us what you got. Yep, Stargate opener here out of Strange. I would imagine Stargate is Oracle. Now, Strange, he does come up with his own builds quite often, and he does have his own peculiar style, if you will. It can be very assertive, very aggressive, not typically the most macro-oriented, so we'll see how Strange does approach this matchup. Likewise, the other matchups that are going on at the same time, Power is up against Replicants, that is happening off-stream, and we have Shameless versus Art, also happening off-stream. So again, we have 3 matches happening at the same time, and we are focusing on Strange and Nikich. Now, if our series is faster and if others are slower, then we might be able to catch the tail end of another series. Meanwhile, I assume this is going to be Oracle. Void Ray. A Void Ray opener here out of Strange. Is going for the Void Ray, hunting down the Overlords. And with this, he's going to be keeping Nikich in the dark. And behind this, Strange, he can go for a second Stargate. He can go for a Twilight Council. He can go for a Fleet Beacon. He can go for a standard third. We'll see what Strange is up to. I would imagine something, again, a little bit more Strange. Here we go. Void Race on the way. As the Overlord does go down. Overlord does fall. There's the Twilight Council and double gateways. Okay, this should be Glaives. I'm feeling Glaive Adepts here for Strange. It could be Blink, true. If I was casting like Hero, I would say Blink. But with Strange, I'm leaning towards Glaive Adepts. We'll see. As the Void Ray moves out, again, he delays his third. He delays his third base intentionally, so for the gateways and for the tech. Should be Glaive Adepts here for Strange. Void Ray gets zoned away, Lings are scouting, they're trying to get a read on what's going on, and there it is, Glaives are in production, as we mentioned. So it is going to be a committed Glaive Adept build here from Strange. Might even just be a 2-base all-in. Might even just be 2 bases. The Robo is throwing me off. Wait, what? Oh, God. I'm hallucinating, Pappy. I'm hallucinating. Do my eyes deceive me? Double Robo as a follow-up to Glaive Adepts? He's crazy. This should be a 2-base all-in, so it should be Glaive Adepts. Wait, +1 air attack? What is happening? What? This has to be a fake out, 100%, right? if Nikich scouts the natural, he's gonna see the Cybercore researching. Yeah, he sees the Cybercore researching. He should believe it's Tempest. It's Skytoss. Like +1 air attack screams Fleet Beak and second Stargate and Skytoss. So Strange, he's trying to sell a story here. And I believe he should be canceling this upgrade. I believe this should be glaives into Mass Immortal. Wait, did he cancel? He canceled the Robo. Okay. He canceled the Robo into a Forge instead. Immortal production has begun, but only one Robo. Which means he might actually finish +1 fire attack. Air attack even. He might finish it. I don't know what the hell's going on. But hey, it's Strange. In more ways than one. Roaches are amassing. Adepts, they rotate. They threaten the natural, but alas, Nikich is fully walled up. So far, he's keeping up. Massing on more roaches. Strange looking for another way in. +1 air attack. It's gonna finish soon. Is he gonna let it finish? Nice catch. Gets 3 roaches. Sorry, he gets 2. Picks off 2 roaches. Threatens a shade. We do see Nikich is getting ready for a massive counterattack. He's built up roaches. We have Overlord Speed on the way. He's going for a Roach Queen counterattack. He's going for a German Taxi. He plans to make use of this army and try to punish his opponent. +1 air attack. He's going to let it finish. Okay. Again, I assume this was going to be a fake out, but no, it looks like it's going to finish instead. And that's not really going to help too much at all. It's kind of a waste of money. But, okay. We have a 5-gate explosion behind this. Building on more immortals. I mean, I love the immortal count. The high immortal count does mean that Strange should be able to defend against the roaches, at least somewhat. +1 air attack does complete. And I guess it's going to impact the 1 Void Ray. Let's go. Again, I'm pretty sure that was meant to be a fake out. I don't think it was meant to finish, but regardless, does complete for Strange. Let's go. And here comes the all-in. Again, Nikich, he's on sub 3 base saturation, 60 drones, 4 hatcheries, 4th base just for larva, and here comes the taxi. The taxis, even, as we do have the massive just swarm of overlords making their way across the map. Roach Ravager as well. Back at home, how many immortals are there to defend? 3! Oof. 3 immortals, mass sentry. Again, the immortal follow-up. I would have loved to have seen double robo production, double immortal production, but regardless, it is going to be ideal. Force fields, they look down the army, and Strange is going to completely shut this down. The force fields are insane. While they try to break through, the immortals, they do so much to the back line. Roaches, they try to come in from behind. The Void Ray here, the +1 Void Ray. He pops off. Activates the prismatic alignment. The vials. Oh, they do connect. They take down the sentry. But again, Strange, he just snowballs out of control. He completely shuts down the all-in. On the vials. They graze the Stalker. More reinforcements on the way, and Strange is looking to snowball out of control and to take the win here and now. A very strange build, but hey, you know what? If he didn't have +1 air attack, you know what he would have? He'd probably have more immortals. Like, it probably would have been a stronger counterattack, but it's fine. Vials, there's not enough of them. The prison survives. And Strange, he will break through. He'll break through the roaches, break through the defensive line. The natural base soon to be compromised. Vials, they do not connect. Actually, oh, he has an option. Does avoid the natural, pushing towards the 3rd. Still just out-trading his opponent. More roaches are amassing. They're trickling in. Once again, the force fields are brutal. More adepts coming in to reinforce because, hey, why not? They have glaives. The vials. Ooh, they almost take down one of the immortals. The immortal is 1 shot away from going down regardless. GG gets called, and Strange takes game number 1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Strange, he does take a lead in the series here, and now we're jumping into game number 2. And again, that was a wild game 1. That was crazy. That was wild, that was crazy, that was insane. Does take it in the end. Again, it was Void Ray opener into Glaive Adepts, into fake +1 air attack, into double robo, then he cancelled a robo, goes single robo model production into Forge +1. that was crazy. I personally, I would have preferred double Robo Immortal production, but regardless, GG well played, very well done there by our Protoss player. He got there in his own way, but what's important is that he got there, did get there. And here we go, now we're getting into game 2, and spawning in the top right hand corner of Frostline, we have the Zerg player, the red Zerg from Belarus, down in the series. We'll see if we can tie things up, we'll see if we can make it out of the group. It is Nikich. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player at the top of the standings, top of the group, alongside Shameless, currently tied, but Strange, he is looking to advance on in first place. We'll see if he can. It is Strange. I see in the chat, Strange living up to his name, 100%. I mean, he's very, yeah, he's a very strange player, you know, but that's why we love him. True. Here we go. Oh. So we are going to be settling in, calming things down. Now, as a reminder, we are scheduled to broadcast a Lima League after this tournament, but we will probably take like at least a 15-minute break in between. So we're going to be going on a break before jumping into the Lima League broadcast. Originally I was going to end the stream and then go live, but we may as well just go from one into the other instead. I think it's a little bit better for me just because one, it means that I get to finish casting sooner and I get to sleep a little bit sooner as well, but two, like, I want to keep my momentum going, you know, like if I break for like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, then I'm gonna like lose a bunch of steam, and we want to keep it going, papi, while we can. It is 6:30 a.m. in the morning. You can see I'm bright now because the sun is just shining into my face. It's there, papi, it's there. The light has risen, but the light is also falling. We'll be fine. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it together. With that, we're going to be settling in is going to be a Hatch Gas Pool. Hatch Gas Pool opener here out of Nikich. Meanwhile, once again, Stargate opener out of Strange. Now, first things first. Something that I personally, you would have heard this from me before, I personally do really enjoy if a Protoss player opens up Void Ray in Game 1. I love the idea of opening up Void Ray in Game 2 and switching the build, but still opening Void Ray. Why? The reason for this is because a Void Ray opener denies vision. It snipes the Overlord, and it keeps the Zerg player in the dark. So if you open up Void Ray 2 games in a row, I mean, the mind games, right? The mind games. Are you doing the same build 2 games in a row? Are you going for another crazy variation? Are you going for any kind of crazy tech? Or are you playing standard? It's just a really good way to play out a series and to mind game your opponents and to keep them guessing and to take that lead. And there it is, Void Ray once again. Again, I do appreciate this. So I do, I feel like if you go Void Ray once in the series, you should commit. Just to get into the head of your opponent. So once again on the Void Ray opener, once again this looks just like the last game, and it is going to be difficult for Nikich to figure out what the hell Strange is up to. And I'll be honest, even if Nikich had scouting information, he wouldn't even know what Strange is doing. We didn't even know what he was doing. Like it's Strange, papi. Give Nikich map hacks and he won't know what the hell's going on, papi. No idea. It's crazy. Twilight Council. Twilight Council gateways. It looks like the same build. It looks like Void Ray opener into Glaive Adepts. So far, it looks the same. But what about the follow-up? This is where Strange starts +1 air attack again, and then Nikich believes that it's Sky Toss, right? Like, yo, do it again. Do it again. My eyes are on the cyber core. But once again, Glaives, as we did mention, again, Twilight Council before the expansion. Now, last time this led into +1 air attack in a robo, with almost a second robo as well, but we'll see. Oh, it's poetic. See, papi, see. As the Adepts are building up back at home. We're just building up the Adepts, getting ready for the move outs. Meanwhile, there it is. Robo and the Forge. This should be for +1 and Immortal production. This time, no +1 air attack. Lings, they do scouts. They scout, they check. They confirm, no upgrade. which means clearly if there's no upgrade, that means Sky Toss, right? That means that means it has to be Tempest production. Meanwhile, Adepts, they shading towards the third base. 3 drones going to be going down. Not bad. 3 drone kills for 2 Adepts. Very nice damage. Very nice damage. Here we go. As Strange, he does pull the trigger. Again, he's got Glaives, he's got Adepts. How many Adepts? 11. 11 Adepts here for Strange. Back at him, he's building up the Immortal count. Again, because of this, if Nikich does go for another Roche counterattack or Roche all-in counterattack instead, then he will be met by a wall of Immortals. So I do advise against committing into an all-in. Committing into a counter all-in, which is what Nikich did attempt last time. There it is, +1 melee. +1 melee tells us Nikich is going for a longer game. This time he's macroing. This time Nikich is macroing up. Bay is on the way for Strange, working towards Disruptors or Colossi. Roaches, they hold their own. They're keeping up with the Adepts. No major commitment so far to Strange. He's just clearing up creep, denying the active tumors. Not bad. Does deny them. Threading another shade. Keeping Roaches pinned. Meanwhile, fast infestation pit. That I was not expecting. Okay, now with a fast pit, oh, with a Bailey Nest, with +1 melee, with Roach speed on the way, are we feeling Swarm Host? No shot. No shot. Swarm Host is a possibility. Otherwise, this could just be fast Hive into Viper production, which would help against the Robo heavy composition. Yep, there it is. Hive is on the way. This should be for Vipers. Okay, I like this. So fast Hive. This does mean that Vipers are going to be out sooner, and they're going to be out just in time for the Colossi and the Immortals. Nikich did scout. Nikich, he did not. No scouting. But so far, making the right calls. He is making the correct calls. Strange looking for a way in, trying to pull them apart. Nikich, he's keeping up, coming in for the surround, and locking down the Adepts. The Adepts, they commit to the shade, and they're forced to recall. Clutch recall here by Strange. Does save whatever he can. Does save how many? 6 Adepts. Not bad. Does bring them back home. Meanwhile, Colossus production well underway. The main base is a little bit messy, but it's fine. We're getting there. Alright, getting there. Nikich, he's being active in between the bases. There's a dive. Viper production has begun already, as I did mention. So really fast Hive Tech, really fast Vipers for Nikich. And that means that he's going to be ready for the push. And Strange, he's pushing. That is a War Prism on the way. No 4th. There should be a 4th by now, but no, Strange is committing to one big 3-base move out. Does have a Temple Archives behind this. No, never mind, he cancels. Cancels the Temple Archives. Instead, he's committing. And this is quite a death blow of an army. Has potential, but again, as long as Nikich plays it safe here, he did cut workers at 3-base saturation. Has the 4th only for larva. And Nikich, he's maxed. He is ready. Oh my, he is more than ready. He wants a fight. He's completely maxed out on Lingbane Roach Ravager. There we go, 5th expansion on the way. Here comes Strange's move outs. Warps in some hallucinated Colossus. How many sentries does he have? 10 sentries for Strange. And the force fields, they can pop off. Can pop off. Here we go, we're coming in for the surround. Where the force fields? Ooh. Just in time, here come the yoinks. Yoinks on the hallucinations. Oh my god. He yoinks the hallucinations. There we go, he gets the Colossus. There's one left. Colossus go down. And Nikich, he's still snowball out of control. He breaks through the defensive line, takes out every single Colossi. The Colossi, the army, 5 Stalkers survive. And Nikich, she can try to keep pushing from here. Did run out of a lot of Link Bane, did spend most of it. But he's stutter stepping forward, Bane's that make their way into the mineral line. They bust in, no reaction, doesn't pull away, 23 probes go down. And Nikich, it looks like he is doing it. He's breaking through. Reinforcements are on the way. Strange, his economy is crippled. Remember, he had no fourth. This was a 3-base all-in. 3-base all-in, out of Strange. Did not work out, was not good enough. And he's still all in. He's not stopping. And all Nikich has to do is just calm down. Just calm things down, build back up. The Ultra Cavern is a little bit unnecessary, just to focus on Lingbane Roach Ravager. Just calm down with the Ultras. We don't need it. Strange is going to rotate. Nikich, he evacuates the expansion. Letting run by towards a third. Nothing to defend. No shield batteries. No units in position. Trading a base for a mineral line. Yeah, it's Strange. He's being crippled. It's all or nothing. As things, they take down all 3 zealots. Likewise, all the biles connect. Oh, the Void Ray goes down. Void Ray goes down to the biles. The Blinding Cloud as well. And Nikich is just getting further ahead. Just further and further ahead. Strange is down to 28 workers. Barely an economy. A 1.5 base economy, really. Another Blinding Cloud. Buying time. Building up more Lingbane. Nice force fields. But there's just not enough DPS behind this. Yeah, there is just not enough. Another Blinding Cloud. Banelings, they bust on through. GG gets caught as the sentries, they take the Banelings to the face. And Nikich ties it up 1-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. And Nikich does tie things up. And we end things with a tied 1-1 scoreline. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played. With that, do we have any updates? Do we have any other updates here? Do we have any other goings on in the group? Let's find out how things have settled. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look back at yourselves as the bracket has been progressing, and we so far have some updates coming in. Okay, from the bottom we have Shameless. Shameless takes down Art 2-0. And because Shameless gets the 2-0, and because Strange tied 1-1 with Nikich, that means that Shameless, he's at the top of the group. He's at the top of the group. He comes out in first place. Strange will claim second place. But what about third? So Nikich, he got a 1-1 scoreline, so he's at 5-5. Power is still mid-series. Power versus Replicant. That's what it comes down to. Now, if Replicant wins 2-0, what does that do? 5-5. Oh. So Nikich is going to be at 5-5. If Power gets a 1-1 scoreline, then they're going to be tied. If Replicant takes a 2-0, then Replicant's going to be tied with Nikich. If Power gets a 2-0, then Power will advance on. So Power needs a 2-0. If Power ties 1-1, then I think it comes down to the head-to-head. Power and Nikich, what happened between them? Oh, it was tied as well. Power and Nikich were also tied in their series. If Replicant gets a 2-0, then he ties with Nikich, 5-5, and it comes down to the head-to-head. And Nikich did win 2-0. So Replicant, I believe, cannot advance on. Even if he 2-0s, Replicant cannot advance on, but he can stop Power from advancing on. If Power gets, if he gets a 2-0, then Power advances. If Power gets a 1-1, then what happens? Right? Like if Power ties 1-1 with Nikich, then it comes down to the head-to-head. And if they're tied in the head-to-head, then do they have like an ace? Do they have like a final best of one? Maybe. Maybe. How does the math work? I think it might come down to something like that. We'll have to find out. We're waiting. We'll have to find out here. We are waiting for the results of Power versus Replicant. Oh boy. But regardless, GG well played. Strange, of course, he committed to a 3-base all-in. This time, Nikich, he did not fall for trying to go for a counter-attack or any kind of counter all-in. Instead, playing it safe, playing defensive. He cut workers at 66. He maxed out on Lingbane Roach Ravager. Remember, he teched very quickly into Hive, into Vipers, just in time. He was able to shut down the all-in. GG. GG, well played. Very safe play there at the Nikich. Good call against Strange. And yeah, it comes down to Replicant versus Power. Comes down to Replicant versus Power. And they're in game. Right now they are in game. So I have no updates. Have no updates for you at the moment. We just have to lie in wait and figure out what's going on. Here we go. All right, I'm messaging MinoVK. I'm asking him what happens if Nikich and Power tie 5-5. I would imagine it would have to be an ace match, right? Like a final game. Yeah, like a tiebreaker match. I would imagine. For now, we are going to be going on a short break. We're going to be going on a short break. I mean, I say a short break. We're going to be going on a break, and we are waiting to find out what happens with Power. We're waiting to find out what happens between Power and Replicant. Also, MinoVK is letting us know if Nikich and Power tie 5-5. If they tie, they will have a tiebreaker match. It is not a best of one. It's going to be a best of 3. It's going to be a full best of 3 between the two of them if they tie. So for now, we're going to be going on a break, and when we come back, we'll find out what happens. We'll find out what happens here. Do we have that tiebreaker match or not? We're going to find out soon, TM. Take this time to get some snacks, get some food, get some water, get some rest, because the day is still young. The sun may have risen, you know, it might be 7 a.m. in the morning here, but we do have another cast after this tournament. See you soon. See you soon. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Ooh, I hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC as we have returned with some answers. We've returned with some answers. For those that are curious, we went on a break because we were waiting for this series to wrap up, Replicant versus Power. And they have since wrapped up. They have since wrapped up here. Here we go. Results have come in, and Power, he won 2-0. He won 2-0. Depending on the results, a lot of possibilities here could have happened. If Replicant won 2-0, Nikich makes it through. If Power and Replicant, if they tie 1-1, then there would have been a tiebreaker match. If Power wins 2-0, he makes it through. He qualifies. He does qualify. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Power as he does qualify, does make it into the playoff bracket. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the finalized bracket here. It is ready for you here and now. Let us embrace the group. We have Shameless as number 1. He does come out as the first place in Group A. Strange as number 2, and Power as number 3. Nikich, he barely did not make the cut. Was close, and again, if Power had lost the map, if anything had gone a little bit south for him in that final series, then maybe Nikich could have made it through. Alas, he is denied. He is denied any chance to make it into the playoffs. So congratulations to the triple Protoss, the power of Protoss in more ways than one. Power, Strange, and Shameless, they make it into the playoffs. Congratulations here to Power, Strange, and Shameless. My condolences to Nikich, Replicant, and Art. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised by Art's underperformance here today, and I would say underperformance because Art last month did make it through the groups. He made it into the playoffs. We were very impressed by Art's performance last month, but this month did struggle here in that group stage. Likewise, Replicant as well, and Nikich came very close. With that, that concludes Group A. Tomorrow, as you can see here, in 20 hours' time, is going to be Group B. Group B is going to consist of Milky Cow, Young Yakov, Nikich, Wayne, Rostock, and UED Soldier. If you're curious, where are the Zergs and Terrans? I mean, there was one Zerg and there was one Terran here in Group A, but the rest are here in Group B. In Group B, that's where the majority of the Zergs and Terrans are, less so Protoss. Coming into Group B, Young Yakov is the reigning champion. He's the reigning champion. He had a dominant performance in last month's Firegrow Cup. If you missed out, I recommend the VODs. It was a best of 7 finals between Young Yakov and Wayne in last month's Firegrow Cup. As a result, I expect both Young Yakov and Wayne to do well here in the groups, and I expect them to make it into the playoffs for some Zerg representation. In saying that, though, Nikich is also a rising star. He's been looking very good as of late. I did mention before, though, that Nikich, I do think that his best matchup is TVP. He's had a lot of success in Terran versus Protoss and in Terran versus Terran. I do feel like Terran versus Zerg is the matchup that does elude him a little bit more, so it's unfortunate that he's in the group of the top Zerg players. Likewise, Milky Cow is a bit of an enigma to me, because Milky Cow, he was a very strong competitor a couple of years ago. Then he went on a break. He went on hiatus. I assumed that he had retired, but no, Milky Cow has recently come back as of a couple of weeks ago. Coming into the month of December, Milky Cow has been active once again, and Nikich even let us know that Milky Cow has been looking very competitive as of late. So he is going to be a wild card. He's going to be a dark horse, or a dark cow, if you will, coming into the group stage. So we'll see if he can make it through. We'll see if Nikich make it through. We'll see if some of the Protoss players here can cause some upsets. UED Soldier has been looking very strong in PvP as of late. Unfortunately, UED Soldier is not in the PvP group, so that is unfortunate for UED Soldier. And Rostock as well has been grinding quite a bit here. Is going to be representing that Ukrainian flag in the group. We'll see if he can make it through as well. Meanwhile, when it comes to our seeded players, you can see here, because Shameless made it in first place, he's seeded right into the semifinals. Right into the semis here, Shameless is already able to skip around, and we have Power and Strange seeded here into the quarterfinals to face off against their own counterparts in Group B. Likewise, first place in Group B will also be seeded into the semifinals as well. So, yeah, the bracket is shaping up. As a reminder, again, tomorrow is Group B, and the day after that is the playoffs. So 3 days straight, day 1, day 2, day 3, 3 days straight of Firegrow Cup action. Let's go. Let us go. So with that does conclude our second broadcast of the day, but we still have another. We still have a third broadcast of the day. Let's go, Bobby, let's go. As you can imagine, Alima League was taking place. Alima League was taking place at the same time that we were casting our tournament, that we were casting the MC show match, as well as the Firegrow Cup as well. And we have made it. Jesus, 4-hour cast. But now it's time to catch up. Now it's time to catch up on Alima League. So we're going to be going over the Alima League replays. Again, usually we cast Alima League live, but we have decided not to cast it live anymore. The reason for this, Alima League is only allowed to be live streamed on the Chijik platform, only on Chijik, and we've been streaming there for the past month. But we don't really get a lot of viewers. Not a lot of people know about it. Not a lot of people are aware of it. And likewise, it is also not very friendly to the international and global scene. So in the end, we decided, you know what, it's probably not worth it anymore. Instead of casting it live, we'll just cast it via replays instead here on Twitch to allow more people to see it, and more people to experience it, and more people to enjoy it. So we are going to be jumping into our broadcast of the Alima League. I know that Wardy was also doing his Alima League replay cast at the same time that we were casting. From my understanding, I believe he's about to wrap up, and we are about to begin ours. Let's go. We're about to jump into the Alima League cast. There's a lot of matches though. Jesus, there's a lot to get into. Jesus. As a bit of a teaser for the round of 32, we have Björn versus Cure, Classic versus Trigger, Skilless versus Zaun, Honmono versus Rogue. That is a rematch, by the way. That is a rematch from last week's Alima League. So the round of 32 is stacked. We're going to be jumping into the round of 32 first, of course, covering all of those matches, followed by round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, and grand finals thereafter. Now, before we dive into Elite League, we're going to be going on an extended break. I do need some time to set up all the overlays. I have to set up all the overlays. I have to get everything ready, get everything going. So we're going to be going on like a 15-minute or so break, and when we come back, we will jump into Elite League. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. That is the plan. That is the plan here. And the problem that I have is because there are so many matches and so many replays, I have to pick and choose which ones to embrace, because I don't want this to be like a 10-hour cast, especially considering that I have to wake up to cast the Masters Coliseum later on tonight as well. Masters Coliseum, and then more Fire Grow Cup, and then more Masters Coliseum, then more Fire Grow. Hey, you know how it goes. Non-stop StarCraft here for the CranKy Ducklings, as always. So we're going to be going on a break. When we come back, we're going on like a 15-minute break, and when we come back, all the overlays are going to be set up, and we will be jumping into Elite League. See you soon. Oh, see you soon.